Hello, I'm Bruce Lorincz, and we're back on the cable WCTV with Bruce on the Loose, and we're very happy to have Lori Wilkinson, the interim director of the Soprema Senior Center. And Lori, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us today. How long have you been with the Soprema Senior Center?
Well, on July 2nd of this year, it'll be 12 years. So it's been a long, wonderful time.
I imagine during your tenure, you've picked up a lot of things with the job and other related activities.
Yes, so many things. Just coordinating volunteers and getting to see how important volunteering is with aging and planning activities and working side by side with seniors in the community and just seeing how important the services we offer are.
Nancy Lykins has been the director for years. What did you pick up from her?
Nancy and I worked very closely together for over 11 years, and I've picked up her passion for seniors, her drive to help improve the life of seniors in the community, and just being able to serve them the best way possible.
What is the objective of the Soprema Senior Center?
That's a great question. You know, we're a community center for seniors, so of course we are there to provide the social programs, but we're also there to provide educational assistance, support assistance. We're there to provide volunteer opportunities, just a chance to be able to engage in the community, learn something new, offer classes, just you name it, we're there for seniors.
What about the hierarchy? Is the City of Wadsworth in charge of the center, or a board, or what have you?
Great question. So we are a department of the City of Wadsworth. A lot of people don't realize that. So we're a department. There is a Senior Citizens Commission. We meet with them every other month. And then we have a 501c3, the Wadsworth Older Adults Foundation, and they are directly supporting our senior center and seniors in the community in just so many ways.
How many members would be affiliated with the Soprema Senior Center?
We have over 4,500 senior members right now.
That's a lot more than I would have guessed. And eligibility, who could join, and is there a cost to joining?
So the magic question everybody wants to know is, how old do I need to be to become a member? 55 or better. Okay. So if you're 55 or better, we have free membership for seniors. Not only seniors in Wadsworth, but we have them joining from surrounding communities as well. We welcome everyone, and our programming and membership is free.
I happen to know someone with a newsletter. I read this from cover to cover the other day, and it's coming out really over the weekend. Maybe Joanna can get a picture of the cover. Do all members get a newsletter?
That's a great question. So our newsletter, like you said, is hot off the press for July, August, September. It's quarterly. This is mailed to almost 1,800 households in the City of Wadsworth. So our members that live in Wadsworth have this mailed to them for free. Those that are outside the City of Wadsworth, if they would like it mailed, it's $5 just to cover postage for the year, but it's also available online on our website. So if you go to the City of Wadsworth's website, hit Departments, Soprema Senior Center, you'll be able to access our newsletter online.
That really is just a myriad of information, and it really does keep people up on some new things you've added. I mean, really, there's some things that maybe people have been involved in for some time, but also you've added programming.
Yes, we sure have. Through this pandemic, we became a senior center without walls, and we started offering virtual and remote programming. And now that we are able to reopen our doors on July 1st by reservation, we're going to keep serving as a senior center without walls. We're going to have remote programming and virtual programming as well as in person. And we're going to be able to combine some of those programs, so we'll be able to have programs in person, and then seniors from home can also join us via Zoom at the same time. So it's going to be hybrid programming, something we never would have had pre-pandemic.
So people just would be comfortable if they really have a pre-existing condition and want to stay home, feel comfortable at home, they can do that, or they can go to the on-site meeting as you indicated.
Absolutely. We have something for every comfort level, so in person and serving seniors at our home.
I noticed on the back page you have a shout out to WCTV, and could you explain the relationship there?
Absolutely. That has been something exciting also that's come to place through the pandemic. Since we've had virtual programming, we've been able to record them and send them to WCTV. They now air our programs. If you tune in and go to their website and hit Soprema Senior Center, you'll find those. And one exciting program that we were able to offer in response to the pandemic in January, when the vaccine was out and people needed to sign up through ArmorVax, we wanted to educate seniors. So we reached out to the Medina County Health Department and said, could you join us on Zoom? And so they had a program for us. We had 350 people attend via Zoom that program, and WCTV aired it. And as of just yesterday, we have 17,000 views through WCTV on that program, educating seniors on how to sign up for the vaccine. And I have to give a shout out to the Wadsworth Older Adults Foundation. They have made the Zoom programming possible for our seniors.
Well, that's certainly wonderful, and it just makes you feel, I'm sure, very excited and gratitude for all those people coming together and getting the correct information.
Yes, absolutely.
What about the staff? Who comprises, besides yourself, the center?
That's another good question. So it's myself as interim director, and then we have Liz Olszewski as our administrative assistant, and there's the two of us right now on staff. And then we have volunteers that help us in many different ways. We've had volunteers helping us from home, making friendly visit calls throughout this pandemic, birthday calls. We're inviting them back next week for a volunteer orientation before we open July 1st. So we're bringing our volunteers back on Monday. We're super excited about that.
The collaboration between you, and we've already mentioned WCTV, but you have a good opportunity with the YMCA here and also SUMA. You can just reach out and almost touch them and get some help there. And I know they are just two amongst many of professional groups, and I think you had a page in the newsletter, if I remember, of all, and it filled up half the page. So collaboration is really very important to Soprema.
That is correct. And that page you were talking about was a big shout out to the Wadsworth Older Adults Foundation. And through them, we have a group that's called Professional Friends. And yes, those are organizations that help us in so many ways, whether it's sponsoring programming, educating our seniors, providing supplies for different classes and things. So it's a professional friend program, organizations from all over. And we just have our 2021 professional friend banner that's being delivered today to the senior center. So when seniors come back, they'll be able to come into our lobby and read who all those organizations are.
During the pandemic, how did you organize that, and did you have a series of meetings to see what you could do even though the doors were closed? And you still had, in fact, I learned a couple things about a card game, a game with 21 in it. I think it's called blackjack, and really gleaned some information there. And we still the walking challenge. So many things continued. How was that? How did you derive at getting to that point?
That's a good question. So when we closed our doors in March of 2020, we needed to come up with a plan so we could continue to reach out to seniors and provide the services that we have provided for so long. So in response to that, we in the spring, we started with our caregiver support groups. We needed to reach out to our caregivers, so we started virtual programming. We started full-time virtual programming in July. We became a senior center without walls. So even though our doors were closed, we had so many different programs offered. We have spent hours and hours educating seniors on Zoom. Many seniors who didn't have an email address when the pandemic hit, they're now Zooming. They've learned that technology. We've been able to provide them with instruction materials. provide classes virtually. And then we've also had remote programs so that, like our walking challenge that you mentioned, we've had drive-by giveaways, we've had phone-in programs, and on a Zoom virtual program, seniors have realized you can call in from a landline and still participate in the program. So that was a very big success, something we started that would not have happened without the pandemic.
A big day coming up is next Thursday, July 1, and I term it as kind of a soft opening. I don't know if that's correct, but you are going to begin educating seniors for the reopening of the Soprema Senior Center, but with some new twists and turns along the way. Is that accurate?
That is correct. So we are so excited. So we're opening our doors by reservation beginning July 1st. We're going to be offering during this first week 16 welcome back sessions. We have a way we can bring 400 plus seniors through our doors, but safely. We'll be able to do that by social distance welcome back sessions that they can RSVP to. When a senior comes back, we have a special welcome back gift for the first 1,000 seniors through our door. We have a key tag to our new My Senior Center kiosk. So seniors will be able to just simply click in. And during the welcome back session, we're going to invite everyone into our cafe where this Soprema cafe isn't open. That's going to be opening very soon. But in our cafe space, we'll social distance. We're going to be able to just explain all the exciting programs we have planned for this coming summer. All the different opportunities, have a chance to just personally welcome our seniors back, answer their questions. We're just so excited. So our soft opening, we are opening by reservation. We also have plenty of in-person programs starting up. For instance, watercolor class and chair fitness. That very first week we'll be introducing our caregiver support groups back in person, and our calendar is full.
And those sessions are, I think, 60 minutes in length?
Yes.
An hour?
Yes,
Okay.
up to an hour.
Okay.
Yes, if someone needs to leave early,
Right.
that is fine. But yes, we have. We want to take our time and just, welcome our seniors back in a very personal way.
And again, if someone new to the community, if they're 55, they certainly are eligible. Again, if they're outside of, like they're in Wadsworth Township, if they live in Sky Park or somewhere south of the city, are they still able to be a member?
Absolutely, absolutely. All they would need to do is give us a call and sign up to come back to one of those sessions, or just sign up just to come in and fill out a new member form. We'll give them their welcome back gift, or just welcome gift if they're brand new. Absolutely, we welcome everybody. You don't have to be in the city limits.
What if someone's on vacation or doesn't get this information and watch our show? After the 9th, I think is the last one, July 9. What would they do if they on July 10 say, oh, I missed those meetings, what can I do?
That's okay. They can simply call us and set up a time. We'd love to meet with them, or they can come to, we have multiple in-person programs every day. So they can just call us, we'll stop in and we'll welcome them. They'll get, like I said, we have 1,000 welcome back gifts. So we plan on giving those out throughout the summer.
Those look really inviting. What would be in that gift, Lori? What is the goodies that people could get?
Yeah, so we have a really cool little pouch that has the Soprema Senior Center logo on it. And then inside there's a mask, which a lot of different places are still requiring medical appointments, things like that.
If you travel on railroad
absolutely.
or airlines?
Yes, so it's always nice to have an extra. And then there's a personal hand sanitizer as well. So very practical gifts, along with a carabiner with their welcome back tag for the My Senior Center system.
Great, wonderful things that we can actually use.
Sure.
That's wonderful. What about a project and something that you've done several years that I have a little bit to do with, the walking challenge? Can you tell us about what the walking challenge is? And I understand it's even going to be expanding coming up.
Yes, we are in the middle of a walking challenge right now. It's getting ready to end. We started our walking challenges in 2013, had them every spring, and then 2020 happened. So we weren't able to do our spring walking challenge, but we wanted it to happen. So in 2020, we had our fall walking challenge. And what that is we have 2 months where seniors can sign up, report their miles to us every week, get entered in for prizes. And then we have a big celebration at the end. We did it virtually for 2020. Our spring walking challenge in 2021 is our biggest ever. We have 123 seniors out there walking. We have a goal of 20,000 miles, and we will find out at our socially distanced celebration on July 9th at Memorial Park. We're going to have certificates for everybody, but it's a way to get seniors motivated to get out there walking, and they're part of a big group. There's no competition. You set your own goals. And the exciting thing is last fall, seniors told us, we want to keep walking in the fall as well. Can we have a spring and fall walking challenge? So we're going to do a second walking challenge this year. So those that are tuning in right now, it's going to be September 1st through October 31st, probably the prettiest time in Ohio to walk. And we'll have all the details in our newsletter and at the Senior Center about joining, the fun with that. And you walk on your own. You can walk inside, outside. You just track your miles and earn prizes and just to be part of the fun.
And it really does. It's something that I know the YMCA and again SUMA
Yes.
collaboration, and I think the University of Akron has joined the group to encourage people to walk. And again, it doesn't matter how much you walk, but it's trying to get a routine.
Yes, that is very true. So, there may be someone out there, it takes them a week to get that mile. Maybe they've had a knee surgery or whatever. And then we have others that are walking multiple miles, maybe every day. Every mile is important. Every mile works to that group goal. And yes, we had the University of Akron join us when we had our walking challenge kickoff. We had Zippy join us, the Akron mascot, University of Akron mascot, which was so much fun. All of our walkers have been receiving weekly inspirational emails from May 1st. We're about to end on June 30th, and the University of Akron has been part of that as well.
And again, SUMA has really been helpful, and the Y gives us some tidbits along the way and some motivation in case it gets warm and people need to adjust maybe when they walk. But I think those are very important to keep people active.
Absolutely. And we also partnered this year with Friends of Wadsworth Trails, and they also had a little motivation to walk the different parks in Wadsworth and earn prizes that way through them in collaboration with us. So that was a really nice partnership this year as well.
Laura, I also noticed in the newsletter about groups that really help people who have lost loved ones, caregiving, and that's an aspect that I think has expanded over the years. It's a very meaningful and very helpful program for people in need.
Yes, we offer caregiver support groups. We have a grant through the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging, and every month we have a general caregiver support group that meets on the first Tuesday. We have a Parkinson's caregiver support group that meets on the third Tuesday. And during this pandemic, we've been meeting online, and then at the end of the month, we have a drive-by lunch giveaway. And so yesterday afternoon, we had our caregivers drive by and we handed them lunches for them and their caregivers. Those were our caregivers that attended. We're super excited in July. That's going to be one of our hybrid support groups where caregivers can come in person. We have a special topic. They have a time of sharing. But we'll also, those caregivers that want to be at home, maybe they're caring for a loved one that they just don't want to be out with other people, they can join us via Zoom. And then we're also going to be providing a lunch, and those details will be shared with them as well. We have an Alzheimer's caregiver support group through the Alzheimer's Association. We're offering grief support by phone. So there's lots of opportunities to reach out for those that have a need, because it's a need that is growing for sure.
Another program I've been involved in is the book chat. Missy Watts comes from the library, and we, I think the third Monday of every month, met with 10 or 12 people interesting to see different people's perspective on reading a book. And quite frankly, there are books that I've read that I probably would never pick up if Missy wouldn't recommend this for the book of the month. And I miss that, and I appreciate her efforts in doing that. Just one little program, an example of how meaningful the programming that Soprema does is important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're so excited to bring those loved programs back. We were able to partner with the library this quarter, and they started a senior book club virtually. And that's another program that is going to be back in person in July. It's now moved to Thursdays instead of Mondays, but it will be once a month, and it's going to be a senior book club. Wadsworth Library will come to the senior center, and we'll also bring seniors on Zoom if they are more comfortable joining from home. Another example of a hybrid program.
I also noticed on the back page the intergenerational program just starting, where if you had a particular career that you have been involved in for some time, you could contact the center and maybe help out some high school students. And again, a lot of young people think they want to be in a particular vocation, and then they change their minds a couple times along the way. So this just gives them some practical information to maybe say get into engineering or in the medical field, and they could add that to what they already know. It's some practical and very valid information.
Yes, that's correct. Brianne Pernod, one of the career English teachers at the high school, reached out to us, and we're going to be partnering to join seniors that have had a career with students that some of them are wanting to go right into the workforce. And so pairing them, have a mentoring program. So yes, those details are on the back page. We'd love for some seniors to sign up.
How is the center funded? Where do you get the resources to go ahead and do what you have been able to do?
That's another good question. So we're a department of the City of Wadsworth. So that helps cover, staff and that type of thing, and some building overhead. We also have the Wadsworth Older Adults Foundation, and they support us in our programs. They make things possible so we can keep programs free for seniors. They're going to be doing so many improvements that have already been started and coming up. We're really excited. We'll be sharing more about those at our Welcome Back sessions. We also have grants that we're able to get, like I mentioned, the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging, and we've been able to get some other grants during this pandemic. So all together, and then our professional friends supporting us and providing programming, our volunteer instructors, so many different areas.
Are there some future programs or activities that you would like to initiate and maybe just haven't got everything tied together for upcoming months or years?
Yeah, so there's so many things. We are always open to innovative, fresh ideas. And as we're, opening more and more, right now we're trying to be a little bit more social distance, just, getting guidance from the Ohio Department of Aging. But we'll be able to get into a new normal and expand more as time goes on. We have access to technology that we have never had before. So one thing we'd like to do, we're going to be getting some cameras. We would love to get some senior volunteers maybe behind some cameras and record programming, in-person programming for us, things like that. So more technology related things as well. So we're open to many things in the future. We're really excited.
I can testify that you are certainly take suggestions. I mentioned to you some time ago about self-defense, and you went ahead and made contact and had a speaker come in. Although I was busy, I couldn't go, unfortunately. But that's important to seniors, especially if they're walking or out at night. If a perpetrator attacks them or something, they need to know what to do.
Yes, absolutely. And you came to me with that idea, and I'm like, that's wonderful. So we had Dr. Ahrens come in and with his black belt and did some demos for our seniors and created a really important program. So yes, thank you for suggesting that.
And I was involved in the balancing class.
Yes.
We had a gentleman come in from the Cleveland area, and people, their suggestions, just suggestions that are common sense. As you're going down the steps, make sure the light is on. Make sure there's nothing on the steps before you go with maybe a load of laundry or what you're doing going downstairs. So I gleaned some good information from that, and had quite a few people in the class with me.
Absolutely. Educating seniors is so important, and it's a big part of what we do in providing those programs.
Well, Laura, I appreciate all you have done in your 12 years at the Soprema Senior Center, and look forward to many more years of assisting, and your enthusiasm is contagious, and I think the seniors really appreciate what you've done, and I certainly do. So thank you so much, and looking forward to many activities coming up in 2021 and beyond. And thank you for viewing Bruce on the Loose. Next week we have Doug Beeman, the treasurer of the Wadsworth City Schools. Thanks for viewing.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.